Hi, I'm Fahad RN. In this video, we're going to learn about West Nile virus in a simple and easy way. If you're studying for nursing school or preparing for the NCLEX, this lesson will help you understand the basics quickly. Make sure you stay until the end because I'll give you 3 NCLEX-style quiz questions to test your knowledge. Let's get started. West Nile virus is a virus that is mainly spread through the bite of an infected mosquito. Mosquitoes become infected after biting birds that carry the virus. Most people who get infected do not become seriously sick. Let's talk about what happens in the body. When an infected mosquito bites a person, the virus enters the bloodstream. The body's immune system tries to fight the virus. In most people, the immune system is strong enough to stop the infection. But sometimes the virus reaches the brain or the tissues around the brain and spinal cord. This can cause swelling and inflammation, leading to conditions like meningitis or encephalitis. These conditions can become life-threatening if not treated quickly. Now let's look at the signs and symptoms. Many people have no symptoms at all. Some people develop a mild illness with fever, headache, body aches, tiredness, muscle pain, joint pain, nausea, vomiting, or a skin rash. These symptoms usually improve over time. In severe cases, the patient may develop a very high fever, severe headache, stiff neck, confusion, drowsiness, muscle weakness, tremors, seizures, paralysis, or even loss of consciousness. These severe symptoms mean the virus has affected the nervous system and the patient needs immediate medical care. To diagnose West Nile virus, healthcare providers first ask about the patient's symptoms and whether they have been exposed to mosquitoes. Blood tests are commonly used to look for antibodies that show the body is fighting the virus. If the healthcare provider thinks the brain or spinal cord is affected, a lumbar puncture, also called a spinal tap, may be done to examine the cerebrospinal fluid. Imaging tests like a CT scan or MRI may also be used if there are serious neurological symptoms. There is no specific antiviral medicine that cures West Nile virus. Treatment is mainly supportive. Patients should get plenty of rest, drink enough fluids, and take medicines to reduce fever and relieve pain if needed. Patients with severe disease may need to stay in the hospital. They may require intravenous fluids, oxygen therapy, breathing support with a ventilator, or medicines to control seizures. Early supportive care helps improve outcomes. As nurses, our job is to monitor the patient's condition carefully. Check vital signs regularly and watch for changes in the level of consciousness. Monitor for confusion, seizures, muscle weakness, or difficulty breathing. Maintain good hydration and provide comfort measures. If the patient has neurological symptoms, perform frequent neurological assessments and report any worsening condition immediately. Nurses should also teach patients how to prevent mosquito bites by using insect repellent, wearing long sleeves and long pants, and removing standing water around the home where mosquitoes breed. Here's an easy memory trick. Remember the word mosquito. M stands for mosquito bite, O stands for older adults at higher risk. S stands for supportive treatment. Q reminds you to quickly recognize severe symptoms. U stands for use insect repellent. I stands for inflammation of the brain. T stands for tremors and weakness. And stands for observe neurological status. Think of mosquito whenever you hear West Nile virus. Alright, it's quiz time. Question 1. What is the most common way that West Nile virus spreads to humans? Pause for a moment. The answer is, through the bite of an infected mosquito. Question 2. Which group of people is more likely to develop severe West Nile virus disease? Pause for a moment. The answer is, older adults and people with weakened immune systems. Question 3. Is there a specific antiviral medicine that cures West Nile virus? Pause for a moment. The answer is, no. Treatment is mainly supportive, including fluids, rest, symptom management, and hospital care for severe cases. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Take care and good luck with studying.